I wanted to do kind of a thing of threes. And so it was 2023, and I wanted to talk about three things that helped me in 2023. And I guess it really could be anything. And this is going to sound bad, but like, obviously, God helped me and the Bible helped me. So I didn't include that in this list of threes because I just feel like if that's the case, that'll always be in the list of threes, you know? Um, but yeah, so just know that that would have been included, but because I'm not including that, what the three things are. The first thing is Duolingo, and I've talked about it before. It's just that free app that helps you learn languages. You know, there's ads on it and stuff, but you can just ignore that. You know, it's 15 seconds of your life to use a free product, and they have paid plans and all that stuff, but I'm not interested in that. But it's really helped me to know more than I would have of Greek is the one that I'm like really kind of going after. And so yeah, if someone was like, "Hey, well, let me try to speak to you," I'm not gonna do super well. But I know a lot of words. I know some sentences and things like that that I didn't know before. So I think it's really helpful. And yeah, now I'm dabbling in some other languages. I understand Spanish, but I have trouble speaking, and so that one's been good too. Because with Spanish, I'm much further along. You can, if you already know quite a bit of the language, you can skip ahead, and so they'll test you to see if you actually are able to skip ahead if you have the knowledge that is required. And so, yeah, I skipped ahead quite a bit for Spanish. And yeah, it's really helpful. So, definitely Duolingo. And then number two is going to be um, if you travel at all, a universal travel adapter has been extremely helpful for me. And even if you don't travel, I would say it's still helpful. I have this one from this company called Zendor, but there's a million of them out there. Essentially, anywhere you go in the globe, it's supposed to work. And so if you, as long as you have this device, you just need cables, and the cables can plug into your device, and you can keep your devices all charged up. So yeah, hence the travel adapter to charge up all your devices while you're going all over the globe. But they have US prongs, electric plugs. And so you could still use it in the US if you wanted to. So I love that thing. I think it's really great. And yeah, it's helped me, especially, with some travel. But I'm actually using it to power up a lot of the stuff that I use for this podcast right now. So thank you, Universal Travel Adapter. Thank you. And then the last thing is, although there could be so much more, but I'm just doing three to keep it short. The last thing is going to be a tire inflator and jumper, like a jump starter. And you can get these devices separately. Like you can get a tire inflator separately, a jump starter separately, or you can have a device that does it all together. And so you can look this up. There's a billion out there that they sell. You could probably a fair price would be anywhere from like 100 to 150, but you could probably find it cheaper if you wanted to. But you can have that device and you can have it charged up. And gosh, this happened to me recently. I got a flat tire because I didn't know there was a screw in my tire. And so, but I didn't have time to go get my tires checked right in that moment. I had a lot of events going on that day. And so I get this tire inflator, and what I was doing was I would inflate my tire, I would go where I need to go. I would, maybe be inside or whatever, and then I come back out, my tire would slide again. I inflate it again, I go where I need to go, and then essentially I was just doing this again and again until I think I went to like somewhere like Discount Tire, and then they got my tire plugged and they got it figured out for me. So it really saved me because otherwise I would have been stranded. I would have had to wait for like AAA or something like that, who knows. And I've heard that they take forever, it costs a lot of money. Whenever I went to get my tire plugged, they didn't charge me anything. And I already had spent money on this device that I bought, but keep that forever. I really can. And then if somebody's car is dying, I think my parents' car, the battery was dead. And so they took that jump starter with them and they jump started their car. They would go somewhere turn off the car, and then jump start it again, and so on and so on. And so it was really just a great device, especially if you're like a female who's alone and stuff like that, and you don't want to be stranded in the dark. Like, I really would recommend getting a device like this, even though it's like $100. I think it's a good investment instead of spending like all your money on Starbucks. This isn't in the list, but I did get the Starbucks app because for this month of December, they have been giving half price drinks, and I thought that was a good deal. But you had to have the app. And then they apparently have these olive oil coffee drinks, but they don't do it where I live. But I happen to be out of town. And I got to try this olive oil gingerbread latte, and it was actually pretty good. I don't know if I necessarily tasted a huge difference, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.